Adam Dees at the time was 22 years old. He broke into a home to burglarize the home and ended up murdering three people in the home, and he didn't even know who they were. This happened back in 2015 in Idaho. Dees had told police after the fact that he was suicidal and depressed is the reason he did these things. He said he needed some money. Evidently, he didn't work. He needed money he said, to play with. So he got on Google Maps and he's wanting to find big houses where people he thought that they lived there would be wealthy, and he would get a lot of good stuff to burglarize, to sell, to have some money. So he's looking on Google Maps, and he's not just looking for large homes. He's looking for large homes that were isolated, that didn't have neighbors or wasn't real close to a road. He found one such place. He drove to another road and sat there and just looked and basically staked the house out, looked around to see what was going on. So he liked it. He said, this is the house that I'm going to break into. He then goes back to his house because he wanted it to be darker. He said it was too light. He didn't feel comfortable. He comes back when it's dark. He said it was a pretty good hike to this house. So he was way off. He didn't say, but he said it was a pretty good hike to get to the house. He comes down toward the house. There's an outbuilding. It is open, so he gets into the outbuilding and takes some power tools. He then walks around to the garage and said that the garage door was open. He went inside and he said he hid. Well, he got to looking into the car and found the car keys and the keys to the house. He decided to go into the house. Now, I have a couple of questions about this. I'll get back to it in a minute. He goes inside the house. He said, however, he did say, if I saw that they had a security system, or even if they would have had a large dog, I would have never gone into the house. That was his words. So that's telling you something there. He goes in, and there are three people that live in this house, and they're home. It's 80-year-old Theodore Welp, his wife, 77-year-old Dolores Welp, and their 52-year-old son, Thomas Welp. And Thomas is blind and deaf, so he has no idea what's going on. Dees goes in, he's telling the police all what's going on, but he's not very descriptive about this part. He shot all three, I believe it said in the head, and he stabbed Theodore, the 80-year-old, in the neck with a knife. So evidently Theodore was fighting back or trying to. He was trying to defend himself. So he gathers all this stuff and he leaves the residence. Now, I've read at least 4 articles on this case, and I cannot find anywhere of how they knew it was Dees or how it happened. I can't find anywhere. And I really looked hard for that because I wanted to know. If you know, please leave in the comments because I'd really like to know. Maybe I was looking in the wrong place. It's very, very possible. And some of the questions I have, he had no idea who these people were. No clue. If I understand burglaries do take place daily, but remember what he said, if there was a security system or if they had a large dog, I would have never gone in the house. And okay, he had to have known, because he's watching the place, right? He's staking it out. He had to have known that at least 1, 2, or 3 people are in this home. He had to have known that if he's watching. He said he was watching to see what's going on, went back to his house, and then came back to it, got dark. So he had to have known people were home. Normally, people do not break into homes when they know people are at home. Most of the time when they do that, they're real heavy drug users under the influence, really bad. I could not find anywhere that he was under the influence of drugs or a drug addict or anything like that. So he goes into the home knowing there's people there. Now, what did he think they were going to do? Just, oh, come on in and take our stuff. And that's why I wish I knew what happened as soon as he went in and he saw the first person. Um, I don't like, I think there's more to this than what I've read into the case, because like I said, people don't just go in to a home when people are there to just rob the residents. And like I said, he had no idea. He said, I have no clue who these people are. I just did my research. It looked like they were people of wealth, and their house was sort of isolated. That's the reason he picked it. Another thing that we never think of, he said he went into the garage and he was hiding. I don't know why he was hiding, maybe checking things out. But he said he looked and the car keys were in the vehicle. I'm going to guess 98% of us have our house key on our car key. It's something to think about. It's probably not a good idea to leave your keys, even though it's in a garage. Now, if the door would have been locked, it'd have been all right, but the door was unlocked. So it gives you a lot to think about. He just recently went to trial. He was given 3 life sentences without any possibility of parole whatsoever. And like I said, when he did this, he was 22 years old. But I still wish I knew why he went into that house, knowing that there were people there. I'm going to almost say he wanted to hurt people. That's my personal opinion. I have not read it anywhere, but it makes no sense to me to go into a house where people are there. You're going to rob the house. You know you're going to approach the people. You know you are. They're not just going to come on in. I mean, it's not going to happen. So I think there's more to this, more to his motive than what we know. Now, we do know for a fact, though, he did not know the people. We know that to be a fact. But this is just a horrible, horrible situation. These poor people are in their home, minding their own business, and someone comes in and shoots and kills them. That's another important thing I do want to, I've brought it up twice. Remember, he said, if they had a security system, or if they had a large dog, I would have never even attempted to go inside this house. That's something we all get comfortable with our daily lives and how we live. That's something we need to be more aware of. That, okay, what can happen? What do I need to do to better protect my stuff and the people in the house? It's something we never think about because we do get comfortable. We really do. Almost lazy comfortable, because we just assume, oh, no one's ever going to come in here. But these poor innocent people lost their lives for absolutely no reason, just for somebody wanting to steal some stuff. It's crazy. If you like these videos, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. And let me know in the comments, or let can you DM on YouTube? I think you can. If you can, send me a DM. I answer any and all questions. And let me know what you want to hear. What direction do you want this channel to go? And I'll do my very best to go in that direction.